Good morning, everyone. My name is Melbert Estiva Obeja, and now I am going to discuss to you the topic all about learning-oriented assessment and grammar ability. So first, what is LOA or learning-oriented assessment in grammar? This is the definition. Learning-oriented assessments of grammatical ability are assessments that are designed to measure students' ability to learn and use grammar in a meaningful way, rather than simply testing their knowledge of grammar rules in isolation. So, learning-oriented assessments of grammar, it is designed to measure the student's ability, or it is designed to use grammar in a meaningful way, or what is the correct usage, or what is the true meaning of grammar to enhance the student's ability in measuring their grammatical ability. Okay, so furthermore, in the context of learning grammar, learning-oriented assessment of grammar reflects a growing belief among educational assessment experts. So these are the examples of some experts who believe that uh, learning-oriented assessment of grammar reflects a growing belief among educational assessment. So here are Stigens in 1987, Gibbs in 1994, Pellegrino, Baxter, and Glaser in 1999. Also, we have Rhea Dickens and Gardner in 2001 that they believe that if assessment, curriculum, and instruction were more integrally connected, student learning would be improved by the National Research Council in 2001. So this approach attempts to provide teachers and learners with summative and or formative information on the test taker's grammatical ability. So this will help the students to integrate the curriculum and instruction that will help the students uh, to improve their learning, or it will improve or enhance their ability by the use of this belief. So let's move on. So summative information from assessment. So it allows teachers to assign grades based on specific assessment criteria. So report student progress at a single moment or over time, and reward and motivate student learning. So this summative information from assessment, so this will help the students to assess their learning progress and over time. So the teacher will motivate the student learning, or what would be the aspects that we need to improve in order to enhance the students' ability or to motivate their learning experience. And these are the examples of summative information assessments. So this includes final exams, end of unit tests, term papers, standardized tests, and performance assessments. So these assessments will help the students to grow or to enhance their ability when it comes to grammar. So let's proceed to formative information from assessment. So these assessments provides teachers and learners with concrete information on what aspects of the grammar students have and have not mastered, and involves them in the regulation and assessment on their own learning, so that further learning can take place independently or in collaboration with teachers and other students. So in this assessment, the teachers and the students will have the collaboration, so that the students who have not mastered the uh, the learning assessment or the learning process, it will help them to discuss to other students in collaboration with the help of teachers and the other students, so that they can learn independently. For example, uh, For example, having a group activities. So let's proceed to next slide. In pursuing a learning-oriented approach to grammar assessment, language instructors teaching students at different proficiency levels need to consider the degree to which grammar assessments. So number one is aligned with the learning goals of the course, the curriculum or some external performance standards. So of course, the second is provide accurate, uh, appropriate, and meaningful information about what grammar they need to improve. Number three, use tasks that resemble those that test takers are likely to encounter in real life or instructional situations. And lastly, succeed in engaging test takers in the construct they are trying to measure. So of course, these are the uh, principles that we need to engage in order to instruct the students or to teach the students on what they are trying uh, to achieve. So in order for that to achieve, so these are the principles that we need to consider. So next one is a learning-oriented approach to grammar assessments address the following questions. So these are the questions that we need to consider. So number one is, how do I know if my students have learned and internalized the grammar points covered in the course? So next one is, how do I know if my students can use these grammar points to communicate spontaneously in real life situations? The third one is, how do I know if the makes test tasks make it essential for my students to use the target grammar points? So the fourth one is, how can I use grammar assessments results to provide feedback for guiding learning? Next is, how will the result from this grammar test provide information to me on what to reteach? Then lastly, how can I design interesting and cognitively engaging grammar tasks so my students will enjoy learning grammar? So these are the questions that we need to consider in order to guide us on how to assess the students or to address uh, these students into our own to enhance or to teach the students in a proper way. So that would be all. So thank you for listening and God bless us all.